Hi, I'm Phil from Right Maths, and today I want to talk about factorising a quadratic. I've got 4 quadratics here on the right hand side of the screen. The first one involves an x squared, so does the second, the third is an a squared, and the fourth is a b squared. The highest term of a quadratic is always something to do with a square number, x squared or a squared or b squared. Okay, now factorising means putting it back into the brackets. So if I was to factorise this set of terms here, this quadratic, I would put it back into the brackets and get x plus 6 times x plus 2. Okay, and if I was to factorise this one, I would express it like this, as x plus 3 times x plus 4. Now, to do that, we need to understand how to reverse the process of expanding and simplifying a double bracket. If you can't remember how to do that, then I suggest you go back and look at my previous video, which was on expanding and simplifying double brackets. But I'm assuming you can, and I'm assuming that you know where this 12 has come from. It's come from multiplying the 6 and the 2. It's called the product of those two numbers. The 8x has come from adding the 6 and the 2. So this is the sum of the two numbers 6 and 2. So it's 6 plus 2, which is a sum, and the product is 6 times 2. So in every case, we've got to find two numbers that add up to the middle term and sum to the last term. Okay, so in this case, for instance, two numbers are 3 and 4. They have a product of 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 plus 4 is 7. Now, I've put at the top here that the last term is positive. In other words, it's plus 12, it's plus 12, it's plus 56, and it's plus 12 here. The last term is always positive. But in every case, the product here, the last term is the product of the two numbers in the brackets. So this is minus 7 times minus 8, and this is minus 7 plus minus 8. So this is a sum and this is a product. Again, this is a product. It's minus 3 times minus 4, and this is a sum because it's minus 3 plus minus 4. Okay, so now we understand where those numbers come from. We just need to see if we can find a way of reversing the process. So let's look at the next screen, which has some examples. Okay. Now, the most important term, I think anyway, is the last term. It's the most important term as far as factorising it. In every case, it's positive. Okay, and we know that the two numbers in the brackets here have to multiply to give 40. So they need to times to 40. So I'm going to write down factor pairs that multiply to 40. So I could have 1 times 40, 2 times 20, well 3 doesn't go into 40, so 4 times 10, and 5 times 8. But I do know as well that they have to add to this 13. So they have to add to 13. Well, the only pair that adds 13 are 5 times 8. So that is what I'm going to use for my solution. It's going to be x plus 5 and x plus 8. Now, I could have written x plus 8 times x plus 5. Really doesn't matter which way round you put the pair of brackets, but the two numbers are plus 8 and plus 5. They add to 13 and they multiply to 40. The next pair then need to multiply to 48. So let's factorise the 48. 1 times 48, or 2 times 24. 3 goes in 16 times, 3 times 16. 4 goes in 12 times, and 6 goes in 8 times. Now they need to add up to 26. Well, the 2 plus the 24 add to 26. So I can now write down x plus 2 times x plus 24. Okay. Next one then. They need to multiply to 24. So I could use 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 goes in, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. Now if I use minus 3 times minus 8, I do get minus 11. So I can put in x minus 3 and x minus 8. Okay. The last one then have to multiply to 72, so I could have 1 times 72. It's going to take me a bit longer this time. That's it. Now, how can I make minus 18? Oh, well, 6 and 12 add to 18, but I want minus 18, so I'm going to use minus 6 times minus 12. You'll notice I have to have either 2 positive numbers or 2 negative numbers, because if I use a positive and a negative, I will get a negative product. So I'm going to use x minus 6, x minus 12. And there we have it. We're able now to find the product, factorise a quadratic where the last term is positive. In other words, this sign here is positive. In every case, I will need 2 terms in the bracket which are either both positive, plus 8 plus 5 plus 2 plus 24, or both negative, minus 3, minus 8, minus 6 and minus 12. Okay, you should be able to have a go at some questions now. I've got some for you. Here they are. I want you to have a go at them. Pause the video now, have a go. When you've finished, restart the video and the answers will follow. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to pause the video. And here are the answers. Okay, in every case, I've got a plus and a plus, or a minus and a minus for the terms in the brackets. I'm going to now look at when the last term is negative. So instead of having a plus here, we're going to have a minus. In the first example, I need a product of minus 63. Well, I'm not going to worry at the moment about the minus. I'm just going to look at getting 63. So I'll multiply 1 times 63, because that makes 63. I could multiply 3 times 21, that makes 63, and also 7 times 9 makes 63. Now, I need a negative product, so one of the numbers has to be negative, and I need a difference of 2. 7 and 9 have a difference of 2, so I could try 7 minus 9 and 9 minus 7. Well, the first 7 minus 9 gives minus 2, and 9 minus 7 gives plus 2, or just 2. I want plus 2. So this is right. 9 minus 7 gives plus 2, and 7 minus 9 is wrong because that gives minus 2. So I want x plus 9 and x minus 7. The 9 times minus 7 gives minus 63, and the 9 take away 7 gives 2. And there we go, we have the right answer. The next one then, we want to factorise 22, so let's do that. 1 times 22, or 2 times 11, and there is no other ways of getting the 22. I want a difference of 9, so I could either have 11 minus 2 or 2 minus 11. Well, 11 minus 2 is 9, and 2 minus 11 is minus 9. Well, which do I want? I want the minus 9, so I want the 2 and the minus 11. So x minus 2, x plus 2, x minus 11. 2 take away 11 is minus 9, and 2 times minus 11 is minus 22. Always worth a quick check. Next one. Well, what do I want to factorise? I want to factorise the negative last term, so let's factorise the 32. So we could have 1 times 32, 2 times 16, sorry about that, going wrong a bit, or 4 times 8. I can't think of anything else. So we need a difference of 4. Well, which to have a difference of 4? It's the 4 times the 8. They've got to be one positive, one negative, so I could have 4 minus 8 or 8 minus 4. Well, 4 minus 8 is minus 4, and 8 minus 4 is plus 4. I want the minus 4, so I need to go for the top line, the x minus 4 and x plus 4 and x minus 8. 4 minus 8 is minus 4, which I want, and 4 times minus 8 is minus 32. Lastly then, the 56. Well, we've got 1 times 56, 2 times 28, 4 times 14, and 7 times 8. Well, I need a difference of 10, so I'm going to get that from the 4 and the 14. So either 4 minus 14 or 14 minus 4. Well, the top one gives minus 10 and the bottom one gives plus 10. I want plus 1, so this is the one I want. I want the x with a plus 14 and an x with a minus 4. 14 times minus 4 is minus 56, and 14 minus 4 is plus 10. So we've got that right. Okay, now a few more questions for you. I'll put them on the screen. Stop the video now, have a go at them, and when you've finished, return to running the video. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. And here are the answers. Okay, hope you got them right. If not, then once again go back and find out where you went wrong or what mistakes you've made. Make sure you understand any mistakes. If you like the video, then do please subscribe to my channel, and also have a look at my website, which is rightmaths.com. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.